Welcome back everybody to Grilling and Smoking by Micah. Today I am going to attempt to smoke a meatloaf. This is my first attempt at that. To tell you the truth, it's been many years since I've had a meatloaf. But I've seen a couple of cooks online where they made a meatloaf and it looked pretty good, so I'm gonna try it out. So here I've got 2 pounds of ground chuck. To that I'm adding 1 medium onion, go ahead and get that mixed in. All right, and then next I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic. I don't have any fresh garlic, so I've got this here. So it says a half a teaspoon is equivalent to 1 clove. So we'll get 1 full teaspoon in there. Then a cup of fresh breadcrumbs. And 2 eggs, slightly beaten. And with this, you really got to get in there and get it all mixed in. Okay, the last thing I'm going to add is 1/4 cup of beef broth. It actually calls for about 1/4 cup of milk. I changed the beef broth. I'm not adding any kind of salt or pepper or anything else to this. I'm going to let the salt that's in the beef broth be the seasoning for me. And one last thing, and I guess this will give me a little bit of salt flavor too, add bacon. Again, this is go ahead and add it all. Just different recipes I found online. Decided to kind of take a little bit of this recipe, add to that recipe, try it out. So get this all incorporated in. Okay, now that I've got all this mixed up, I'm just going to put it on a baking pan here and kind of shape it in a loaf. Okay, now that we've got this done, we're going to take it out to the grill and smoke it indirect for probably about 3 to 4 hours. All right, everybody, we're at the grill now. I've got it set up for indirect. One last thing we're going to put on here is the Killer Hogs, the BBQ Rub. Wouldn't be much of a barbecue smoked meatloaf without some kind of rub on there, so I'm going to be pretty generous with this. Okay, got a big old chunk of apple here. It's a mild wood. Go ahead and get that on there. Now the trick is to get this off of here onto this wire rack, and the reason I want to do that is I do not want this sitting in the fat that renders off and just kind of soaking back up in there. So I'm going to put it on this wire rack, and hopefully everything will just drain out into the pan below. And there we go, just like that. So again, I'm going to keep this covered and get the temperature set around 250 and just let that go probably 3 to 4 hours. I'll check on it every once in a while. Probably, I'm going to let it go for 2 hours before I ever stick a probe in it. So we'll be back out in about 2 hours and check on it. All right, everybody, it's been just a couple of hours. So we've been able to keep it about 250. And look at that, man, that looks good. And you can see all that fat that's rendering out is falling in the pan below. You can see we've really not even made a dent in the applewood, so it's been going real slow. So we're hoping to get this about 160. And we are sitting at 127, 128. So we know we have a little ways to go. So I'll go ahead and get the lid back on it. Keep an eye on the temperature of the grill and the temperature of the meatloaf. And we'll check it here probably another hour or so. Again, we're looking for 160. Okay guys, it's not been quite an hour. It's getting close to 140. One thing I want to get on there before it gets too late is I'm going to go ahead and put some of the barbecue sauce on there again from Killer Hogs. Just get that brushed on real good. All right, we'll let that continue cooking and keep an eye on it, and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, it's been about 3.5 hours, and I've got it up to the 160. Now the trick was getting it off this pan to begin with over to here. Now I get to get it off here and back on this pan with fresh foil on it, and I'm hoping, yes, perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get that inside, get it sliced up, get it plated up, and me and the family's about to eat some dinner. See you inside. All right, guys, we got it inside, and I'm just gonna, guess I'm gonna cut it right down the middle, just so we can see how it looks, make sure that it is indeed nice and done. That looks pretty to me. So I'm gonna finish getting that sliced up and get it plated up, and we'll look at it here in a minute. All right, everybody, we got it plated up. There's the meatloaf. Got some mashed potatoes and gravy, some macaroni and cheese. Try a little piece of this meatloaf here. That has got one good smoked flavor. Guys, I appreciate everybody watching. If you liked it, please subscribe, give me a like, and we'll see you next time.